Okay, so Jaden was visiting the United States and saw that the temperatures is in his visiting city, in the temperature in his visiting city was 99 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a hot day. We had that here in Fresno a lot. Solve for C in the formula, boom, then use it to find the Celsius temperature. And then down here, we plug it in. Okay, so on this one, we're starting off with this is the formula with F alone. So notice this formula, this is the conversion formula between Celsius and Fahrenheit. You can write that formula two different ways, with F alone or with C alone. We're going to do it this time. This time they gave it to us starting with F alone. Okay, so there's the formula. Let me put in the wall here of separation. Okay, and we are going to solve this now. So now we want to get C alone. See how they're saying over here, C alone, get C alone. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do first? Well, I think you know, whenever we have fractions with an equal sign, fractions with an equal sign, that's what we have, right? We have equal sign and fractions. Okay, so what do we do in that case? We multiply all the terms by the LCD over 1, and the LCD equals the denominators multiplied. Okay, well, the only denominators is 5. That's literally the only denominator in the problem. So what am I going to do? I've got to multiply that by 5 over 1. And I've got to multiply this guy. I'll just do 5 because it's not a fraction. I don't need to do over 1. And then this guy. So notice equal treatment. It's easy to accidentally forget to do this guy, the 32. That's a really common mistake. But remember, with an equal sign, it's all about equal treatment. This guy, this guy, this guy, everybody, all the terms, the underline all here, all the terms have to be treated the same, right? Okay. And then step number 2, cross cancel the denoms and multiply whatever's left over. So right here, boom, boom. That's been what we've been wanting to do. We wanted to get rid of that denominator, so we don't have fractions anymore, and there it goes. So what do we have left? We have 5F equals 9C plus, and then this is 160. Just multiplying on my calculator. Does that make sense? Because these 5s cancel. All we have left is 9 over 1, which is just 9C. And here it's just 5F. And these guys multiply to be 160. Okay, we got rid of the denominators. That's good. Now, what are we trying to do? We're trying to get over here, remember, C alone. C wants to be alone. So let me add some space here. So it's all about, if I can add a little more to our wall of separation. So it's all about C's down here saying, I want to be alone. Right? That's what it's all about. C is right here in this group, and he's saying, look, I want to be alone. Right here. C gets C alone, so got to get rid of the 160, get rid of the 9. So how do you get rid of the 160? Well, you subtract 160 from both sides. And boom and a boom. So what do we got? We get 9C. And over now, what happens over here? Well, nothing. They just have to stay separated. You might, a common mistake is go, well, I'm going to go 5, take away 160 and get like, I don't know, minus 155F. Well, you can only add or subtract if they both have the same letter. And they don't. The 160 doesn't have any letter at all. So they need to stay separated. You can only add or subtract two things if they both have the same letter. We can't do it. All right, let's keep going. What are we gonna do next? We're trying to get C alone. C saying, I want to be alone. So we got to get rid of that 9. That 9 is right next to the C, which means divide, right? Which means it's multiplied. So the opposite is divide. Remember, when you divide, you got to divide all 3 of them. Like that. Divide all 3. These cancel. Okay. And what do we get? This is going to be 5F over 9 minus 160 over 9. Just like that. There it is. We got C alone. On that one. Okay, good so far. Now we have to do the second part.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You wouldn't divide the 160 by 9?
You can try, but it won't divide. I mean, it comes out a decimal, is what I mean.
Right. So you would just leave
we
it.
don't. Yeah. So yeah, if it was clean, I mean, yeah, you're right. Good question. We give it a try. If it comes out clean, awesome, do that. But yeah, if it comes out some ugly decimal, which it does, then you just leave it. Yeah, good question. So yeah, we divide fractions whenever we can, but if it's an ugly decimal, yeah, we just leave it. You got it. Now, I want to give you a heads up. If you get this question wrong and you type in the thing and it tells you the answer, it's going to show it a different way, but it will take it like this. I just plugged it in and tried it. So it will take it this way. Let me just write, it's the same as C equals 5/9 F minus 32. That's another form. These are really the same. I know you've been thinking, no way, they look so different. Yeah, I know they look different, but they really are the same. Yeah, probably not the best time right now. We need to go on and finish the problem, but don't worry about it. Don't get alarmed. If you get this wrong and then it shows you the key, it's going to show you this. But trust me, I just tested it. It will take it this way too. It knows they're both the same. Both are the same. All right, now for part 2. What do we need to do for part 2? We need to plug in now. So now in part 2, coming up here, 99 degrees Fahrenheit. So now 99 degrees Fahrenheit, we need to convert that to degrees Celsius, right? So up here, let me write the answer. So up here, you put your first answer, which was 5F over 9 minus 160 over 9. Now the second blank, right here, we need to convert, because the person, Jaden, was in the United States. He's from another country, from probably a European country, maybe. Jaden was visiting the United States, 99 degrees somewhere in the United States Fahrenheit, and he's wondering, or is that a she? I don't know. Wondering what is the temperature? 99 degrees Fahrenheit is what in Celsius? So we got to convert to Celsius. Well, now we did all the work for this formula, so that we can do that. So let's do it. Let me write out the formula we just obtained, this formula here. And now grab your 99 degrees Fahrenheit and plug it in right there for the F, for the Fahrenheit. Make sense? So 5 times, and then plug in my 99 degrees Fahrenheit over 9 minus 160 over 9 equals C. And then hit the buttons on your calculator. If you type this in your calculator, it'll be 55 minus 160. Now that's going to be some ugly decimal like we talked about. It's going to be 17.777 equals C. Subtract those, and I'm getting 37.2222 C on that. And so it says round to 1 decimal. So then we go right there. And so that's just 37.2, isn't it? So the degrees Celsius is 37.2. So put that in up here. 37.2. So we just converted. So we just, what did we do? We took the original formula they gave us, which had F alone, and we converted it to get C alone. And then we used it. Then we took 99 degrees Fahrenheit, temperature in American Fahrenheit, plugged that in for F, for Fahrenheit, and worked it all out in our calculator, and we got degrees Celsius. So that's how they convert. That's the scientific formula for converting between Fahrenheit and Celsius. There we go.